Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, and we are
My Best Friend The Weave.
And in today's video, we are going to be discussing our favorite shows of 2024.
But before we get into that, the number one spot, let's talk about some shows that didn't quite make it to number one, but are really great runner.
So do you want to go first?
Sure. Number one, Dan Da Dan.
Everybody.
I know some people
everybody.
will be like, why is that not number one? Because I feel like a lot of people love Dan Da Dan.
Yeah, I'm very surprised it's not your top show of the year.
Well, it moved me because it was amazing. It was explosive right from the first episode, and it became one chaotic ride from the beginning to the end. But it just didn't hit my soul. I mean, it's great, it's super great, but it just didn't.
It just didn't make it.
Just didn't make it.
Interesting. I really like Dun Da Dun. I said Dun Da
Dun
Dun.
Da Dun.
One, the song.
Yeah.
Creepy Nuts knows how to make a very catchy banger. Number two, I like supernatural shows, and I also like romance. So I love supernatural romance. Dun Da Dun is proving to be a really good shonen romance kind of show.
When I first watched the summer, I didn't think I was going to like it because I'm like, aliens, ghosts, like what the hell is going on?
The animation really helps to sell it because it looks so wacky, very colorful.
It was crazy. Like when I actually watched, the aliens were not the type of aliens I thought I was going to see, and their mission for being on Earth was ridiculous.
Dun Da Dun from episode 1 puts its foot on the pillar and doesn't let up.
So, what about you?
One of the shows on my runner-up list is Girls Band Cry. If you're into music anime, you're gonna really like this show. You're gonna like the show because it's not just about the music, it's about the story of this naive country bumpkin who has like these big expectations. She came to the city for something else, and that's how she ended up starting a band with the former member of a girl group that she used to a girl group she loved. And there's like a lot of emotions, a lot of what are the things you're going to do to keep your passion alive.
It's set in like a modern day Tokyo.
It's set in modern day Tokyo. It's a music slice of life kind of show because it's about starting a band and being in the music industry.
So why do you like it?
I like it because I like the emotions that the show is giving. The main character annoys me, but she annoys me because she's well written. She's a well written, naive child. She's also like very self-conscious, but at the same time a very go-getter. She's like a bundle of chaos and at the same time calm. And I feel like every musician should watch the show. If you're a musician that likes anime, I think you should watch the show. It shows you about the pressure of making art, the pressure of the industry on you trying to make art. It's just a beautiful show. It's 3D, but it's done so well. It's like amazing 3D. So what's your next show?
Next on my list is Seventh Time Loop.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm done. I got Kosi to watch a villainous anime.
You actually got me to watch a couple of interesting things. You got me to watch a romance anime that was also pretty interesting. Yamada Kun level on 999. I love this villainous show. First of all, if a woman is the main character, I'm there.
100%. I'm 100% there. We need more female MCs.
Yeah, she had 7 lives. 7 freaking lives. This is her 7th
She was
life.
a maid. She was a doctor.
A merchant.
She was a merchant. She was a doctor.
So she was a hero too.
She was a hero. But that's part of the plot. So do you want to tell us about the show?
Yes, the girl. She's right in front of a group of people.
She's at a ball. You know how these things start. They're always at a ball. There's always a party.
She gets dumped essentially. So they're telling her, "Oh, I'm not getting married," and then she leaves. And she joins a merchant band, and then eventually
and that's how her
life.
first life starts.
Yeah, something happens, and she dies. Okay, and then
she comes back to life.
At the exact same moment. It's like she lives her entire life normally, but when she gets that very moment when she gets dumped by the prince or whatever, she remembers her past lives and then leaves again to start a new adventure.
And the main central plot is that she dies after 5 years in each of these different lives because there is a king or there is a prince that is starting a war. And in the 6th life, before this life we're watching right now, because what we're watching right now is the 7th life. In the 6th life, she was a hero that actually went to go and kill the guy, but the guy killed her.
So now in this new life,
she's like, what the fuck is your problem?
She wants to figure out why exactly she keeps dying by this particular guy. Guess what? In this life, she ends up getting betrothed to this man.
I really love episode 1 of the show because the way they get together is so funny. She's like, okay, I'm gonna take a left instead of a right. And then the guy comes to her and is like, oh, what are you doing here? It's like, I'm leaving. She jumps down
off the balcony.
She jumps off a balcony and he looks at her, he's like, I'm in love.
I'm gonna marry
He doesn't say that, but you know that look of like,
yeah, she's my future wife.
And you know in anime, once a girl does something silly, quirky, different, they fall in love. Exactly. But this is actually not about the romance between between both of them. She's trying to figure out
Why she keeps dying.
and she knows why. She keeps dying because of this guy.
Yeah, but
so
she
she
doesn't know-
she's trying to figure out why this guy starts this war that leads to her death.
It would be very significant because it's always the war
Yeah,
with
so-
guy that kills her. Then
Exactly.
the last one, he actually did kill her.
Yeah, I'm really interested in finding out the mystery, like what is it that really makes this guy
And
want
it's
to
actually
start
very
this war.
interesting. The guy seems like a good guy.
I would say like he's a good guy, but he
He has a
masses.
nice aura.
He has a nice aura, but he's like fake bad boy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
that
a
kind of
fake bad
thing.
boy. No one should like me.
Exactly.
I'm the worst.
But
and
inside
then
he's like, I'm a
inside
good
he's like,
guy. I'll
oh
save a
my
bunch
god,
of
I'm gonna
babies."
buy. No, inside he's like, I'm gonna buy her a ring. Remember?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna buy her a ring, and I'm like, nigga, please. The fact I got Kosi to watch a villainous anime.
So what is your next runner-up?
My next runner-up is Dungeon Meshi Delicious in Dungeon. I really like fantasy shows. This show gave me fantasy to a T. If you're looking for a show about a world that really does not exist, that is really not some connived isekai medieval kind of starting town,
Yeah.
and you're looking for a real fantasy, you've gotten it right here. When you're watching this show, you're like, I want to know the people that live in this country.
I thought everything was just happening in a dungeon.
No, it doesn't.
okay.
So it's about Laos, this guy, he's a human,
Yeah.
and him and a couple of other party members of adventurers are in the dungeon, and a dragon eats his sister.
Oh.
But before the dragon eats his sister completely, his sister like sends them out of the dungeon. They go back to the beginning of the dungeon, and she's already been eaten. So he's like, I need to go back and get my sister.
Oh, she's dead.
Well, according to the rules, she's not dead because it takes a while for them to do to digest. That's why it's like I need to go back now so that I can go and get my sister before she's absolutely digested. And then some of the party members are like, peace, we're not doing that with you. The others stayed, but the others are like, we have no food, we have no money, what are we gonna do? And they were like, the reason why they lost the other time was because they were starving. You know, they had no energy. And Laos is like, we eat the monsters. Basically, this adventuring party is in the dungeon eating monsters.
Are the monsters delicious?
They are. They're apparently very
Who cooks
delicious.
them well?
They got another party member. I don't want to give too much spoilers, but there's somebody else that joins that cooks the food and things like that. And what I really like about this show, again, it's a really, really good fantasy show. It's fantasy to a T. The world building is so amazing, so immense. It's a fully fleshed world, and the mythology and the lore of the monsters and everything is just a fascinating show, and I really, really enjoy it.
And now our favorite show of the year is
Apothecary Diaries.
Yes.
This show
Precious Mama.
ruined me. This show ruined me. I watched Apothecary Diaries, and when I finished it, I was like, there is nothing else like this in this
anime
world.
again for 2 months.
I didn't watch it. I think it was even more than 2 months. It was like for 3 months. I didn't watch a single thing because I was like, I need more Momo. Nah, it's an absolutely gorgeous anime. Wonderful mystery. Wonderful main character. We need more shows like this.
And even a sprinkle of romance.
Small. There wasn't action. There was no fighting. There's no demons. There was not
mostly solving mystery.
It was a good mystery show.
Yeah. It's a historical drama. So
It's a historical it's a historical
back in the
fiction thing, kind of based on like kind of China-ish.
Yeah, Chinese.
Momo is the daughter of an
apothecary.
apothecary. She gets kidnapped
And she finds herself in the palace.
inner palace.
What's it called again?
Inner palace. Shisha.
Well, it's where the concubines and the women that please the king stay.
Yes.
And no men are allowed, only eunuchs and maidservants.
Yeah.
And she finds herself there. And she becomes a poison taster. And this makes her so happy because somehow she
loves poison.
Her body is even kind of immune to them at this point.
Momo is weird and I love her. She's so particular, she's so smart, so intelligent.
She's doing her own shit.
I need a Momo in my life. I want to be like Momo when I grow up. Yeah.
And she meets Jinshu. Is that his name? Jinchi.
I thought it was Jin. I just call him. I don't know. To me, it's Jin. You know what's interesting? I'm about to give a spoiler, but don't worry. Go and watch it.
Yeah, go and watch
Go and
it.
watch
It's
the
worth
show.
the watch.
That has been our favorite shows of the year. Thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, share with your friends. Also, click on the notification bell so you will know whenever we get a new video on our channel. We'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.